Well, we're a little family of 5. My husband Shane and 2 older kids, Caitlin and Harrison, who are in college, and then we had this delightful little boy named Julian, who was 21 months at the time he was diagnosed with cancer. Neuroblastoma, stage 4, metastasized, all big words that I didn't even know what they meant before. Just the idea that the minimum treatment would be 18 months in and out with this little boy who was so sick and so miserable, I just thought, how can I possibly see my little boy suffer for so long? After 8 months of treatment, they said, you know, there's really only one other chance at a curative approach, and that would be MIBG therapy. And we said, okay, we'll go ahead and try it. One last chance at a curative approach. We went to a friend's farm, and he played and he checked on the ducks and the goats and the chickens and ran around in the grass, and they blew bubbles for him, and it delighted him in every way. Julian loved to wear red shoes. He had this sweet little pair when he first was diagnosed, and I don't know if it was because of the cancer in his feet or how they made his feet feel, but there was this one silly pair of red shoes that he wanted to wear all of the time. And that was a Thursday. And that afternoon we went in for a checkup because it seemed like he was starting to limp again and something wasn't quite right, and the way he was having a hard time catching his breath. And I didn't know, but that day at the farm would be the last time he would ever walk again. And the truth was, his lungs had started to fill with fluid. That eliminated our chance for an MIBG therapy because you couldn't have that kind of a tube hanging out of his body. We'd all done our very, very, very best. He was an amazing, sweet little boy. He passed away sometime between 5 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. when we dosed off together. Candlelighters, I think, helped with some of the costs for the end of life for Julian, and that's when we gathered our friends together and said, hey, you guys, we can't have a funeral. I want to have a friendship garden. I don't want a memorial garden. I want a friendship garden. And since we had moved out to this little farm for Julian and created this space, I mean, even every morning when I look out the front window, I see his playground. And I think, you know, somebody should enjoy this little space. I called one of the nurses from the hospital. It was Julian's favorite and my favorite. And she said, you know, if you want to do something to give back, why not help with Candlelighters? See what they're doing, and maybe you can give back that way. Because why try to do something all on your own when you can have strength in a community of people who are doing good things? And that's when I kind of remembered too, well, oh, I do remember, you know, the snack closet and some of the gifts that they give. The idea of having little kids come out and us being able to spoil them or do fun things for them and give them the opportunity to go home and have this little taste of farm experience here, checking on the animals, and a little bit of farm experience at home with their brighter box that they get to take home just delights me. You know, it's so simple. It's just a couple of acres, and yet it's just open space, and kids get to be kids, and there's not a lot of boundaries. They can run around in the grass or to the goats or back to the chickens, and they don't need to slow down or settle down or be quiet. Just 6 months ago, I was trying to figure out who I am, and now we have a little program and a farm and an awesome partnership with Candlelighters, and it's all moving really quickly. You know, this farm, there's beauty and healing here, and there's hope here, and I get to choose. I get to choose to have hope. I get to choose to keep stepping every day. I get to choose to give back, and nobody, no loss, no tragedy can take that from me.